Hello fly tyers, welcome to another Fanaticals episode of Aaron at the Fly Desk. Today I will be tying a olive woolly bugger, and this is tied on a size 10 streamer hook with a 1/8 black bead on it. And I'm going to be using black thread today. You can see I'm almost out of this thread. Been tying a lot of flies lately. So first what we'll do is we will attach our thread and cover this hook. Whenever I use a bead, I don't weight my flies because the bead provides plenty of weight to it. Unless I'm going down very deep very fast. I just haven't found a need. This woolly bugger, I will be using Sculpin Olive Marabou. It's one of my favorite colors. It's kind of a brownish olive color. And what I like to do is have my tail be about the same length as my hook. And I cut my tail long enough to where I literally go right up against that bead, so as to keep my taper nice on the fly. So once I put on my Marabou, the next step is I'm going to put a little bit of flash in this. And so this is just some olive crystal flash. So I'll put one on each side. I like to make it just a little bit longer than my Marabou. And this just provides a little bit of an attractant for the fish, something a little bit flashy. The next step is we're going to be using a little bit of wire, and there it is. I cut it off to save a little bit of time. So this is just some olive wire, and once again I'm going to tie my material all the way to the bead, so as to keep my taper nice. The next step is our hackle, and let's see, I had a nice piece of olive hackle. So I'm going to be taking my hackle from this olive hackle saddle. And what I like to do is I'm going to actually pull this out first. I'll show you what I mean if that can focus in. But I like to get some hackle that has a little bit, I call it web. So it's kind of that thicker, stickier hackle down towards the bottom and kind of in the middle. And that's going to help the woolly bugger kind of breathe as it goes through the water. So what I'll do is I'll pull that hackle out like that. So I simply just grab the tip and I pull straight down. Then I will cut the tip off. Get that wire out of the way for now. So once I've cut my tip off, I'm going to simply attach it to the hook, and I don't worry about getting that all the way up to the bead because it is so thin. It's not gonna be a factor. The next step is I'm going to get some Ultra Chenille. I like to tie my woolly buggers with Ultra Chenille just because it gives them a little more of a sleek, compact look. If I am going bigger, size 6, 4/6, then I will use a bigger chenille because it's a bigger hook, obviously. Okay, so I've got my chenille, my hackle, my wire. So I always start wrapping with whatever I wrapped last. So that's going to be our chenille. I'm just going to keep it nice and tight, wrapped right up against the wrap ahead of it. And you can start to see the reason why I like my material. Oops, I'm actually going to wrap one more. I've got room. I like to keep my material even, because then my fly ends up being even as well. Like so. Next part is we will get our hackle. And as I wrap, I like to kind of push the hackle back and just keep it nice and even. All the way up to the front. And once I get to the front, I'll wrap a couple extra times just because I like it a little more bulky on the front side. Okay, like so. Then I wrap my wire through my hackle. And this is simply just to hold that hackle together. Because the more fish you catch, the more this hackle tends to come apart. Okay. Now, that doesn't look like a very good woolly bugger until we pull everything back and straightens out all the hackle and we build our head up. So now you can see it looks nice and buggy, just like a woolly bugger is supposed to look. And we got a nice little thread collar on it. See, accidentally got some hackle in that. Okay, so that, my friends, is our woolly bugger. Now on this one, I've actually got some olive UV glue. I'm going to dab some of that on this. Just make a nice good looking head on it. Rotate it around. You can see that UV glue just makes that head a little bit more buggy. Really like the way it looks. Got a nice fluffy tail. And that, my friends, is just a simple olive woolly bugger. And I've always been taught the buggier it looks, the more fish it catches. So thank you once again for watching Aaron at the Fly Desk on the Fanaticals channel, and we hope to see you on the water sometime. Thank you for watching.